An American Airlines flight attendant used psychological tricks to convince a teen girl there was nothing strange happening as he tried to spy on her in the bathroom. Lewis and Lewin, LLP, the law firm representing the family, provided boarding passes to insiders that shows their client, two parents, and their two minor daughters were all on American flight 1441 from Charlotte to Boston, September 2nd. Ern Redding stated that while the couple's 14-year-old daughter was waiting to use the bathroom in coach, a flight attendant approached her and told her that she could instead use the bathroom in first class. Redding stated that the girl thought the offer was strange because the first class bathroom was also occupied, but she agreed. The flight attendant then entered the bathroom ahead of her, stating that he just needed to wash his hands. The girl's mother, who spoke to Insider on conditions of anonymity because her daughter is a minor, stated that she thinks that the flight attendant was trying to make her daughter less suspicious. Quote, if something feels just the slightest bit off, pay attention to those feelings. Why is he moving me from mid-cabin bathroom to a first-class bathroom when there's one person using the bathroom in both places and no line? When the flight attendant came out of the bathroom, he stated to the teenager that there was tape on the toilet indicating that the seat was broken, but that she could ignore it. Quote, I think that was like a psychological trick to make her not really study it. So that she kind of felt like, I know what this is. I don't need to worry about that. That's broken. So don't investigate. The girl noticed red tape on the back of the toilet seat, but didn't think anything of it until she went to flush and noticed a phone camera sticking out from below the tape. The teenager snapped a photo which clearly shows the shape of the cell phone surrounded by the tape and what looks to be a light of a camera phone. Reddick stated that the girl then notified her mother, who warned another passenger who was trying to enter the bathroom. The girl's mother stated that she initially was confused when her daughter showed her the photo. It took her several moments to understand what she was looking at. Mother stated that the whole thing was really jarring for her daughter, who she says felt violated and embarrassed. Quote, you think of flight attendants as authority figures, people that are there for your safety and people you can trust. They're going to tell you what to do. I think she was just following directions. To find out from her perspective that she was being targeted and her privacy was being invaded, that's kind of a hard thing to process. After the girl's father confronted the attendant went and retrieved his phone from the overhead carrier and began furiously typing. After the confrontation, the other flight attendants notified the pilot, but did not isolate the accused flight attendant and even allowed him to go back into the bathroom by himself for a while. Quote, I would expect him to be in a seat with a flight attendant next to him, not allowed access to his phone. Right now, he's suspected in a crime, but that's not at all what had happened. The girl's mother also stated that she thinks that the other flight attendants should have secured the flight attendant's phone and given it to the captain after the confrontation. Redding stated that the family is considering litigation against American Airlines. According to a statement from the airline, police responded when the plane landed in Boston. Quote, we take this matter very seriously and are fully cooperating with law enforcement in their investigation, as safety and security are our highest priorities. The airline directed further questioning to law enforcement, citing an ongoing investigation. The FBI confirmed that in a statement, it responded to the incident after a plane landed in Boston. The agency is still actively investigating the case, according to the family. So let's just take a look at this, right? This is what it looked like. Double tape to hold that camera directly in place with the flash clearly on. The flash is on because more than likely it wasn't taking pictures. It was directly taking video. It was taking video. And going back to what the parents have stated, they were like, the family is considering litigation. What do you mean considering? There's nothing to talk about here. The flight attendant that you hired, that's been more than likely working for you for years, decided to go on this voyeurism type of thing with somebody's minor, right? Violating somebody's privacy. Then on top of that, taping the camera directly to the seat, lying about specifically what it is to the minor, and sending them directly to that bathroom. Then on top of that, the flight attendants there allowed him to still have access to his phone, of which he was more than likely going through and sending or deleting photos and all this other type of stuff. The most craziest thing I ever heard of in my life. And then you allowed him even more privacy with that exact same cell phone, instead of having him sitting separate from the cell phone with another flight attendant up until the flight was done, so that he could be held there, so that police can get him and question him, so that we could get this whole thing wrapped up. You mean to tell me that you're considering litigate? This is millions of dollars worth of litigation right here. That's the so what are they going for? Free flights? Their daughter was, their privacy was violated. And what y'all looking for? Free flights? What y'all want? Y'all want first class for the rest of y'all life? Some crazy type of nonsense? That's insane. That is insane. And then to sit up there and literally hear that the father was not trying to smack fire out of somebody is insane. That is insane. The privacy of your daughter was just violated. And y'all talking about that you're considering American Airlines. You're gonna sit up there and try to redirect everybody to the police when you're the ones that have the information. You're just trying to put the responsibility of the information on somebody else, because you don't want to be the ones to handle this, because you're not that well equipped. It'll be bad press. This is bad press. At beyond anybody else, you should be the main ones wanting to get ahead of this situation, to show your customers that you actually care about their privacy. You care about who works for you. You care about their kids. But that's not what you want to sit up here and do. You want to give it to the FBI. You want to give it to the local authorities. You're not even talking about that you specifically fired this person who was working. It's just stated that it's an ongoing investigation, which means that there's a potential possible chance that this same pervert is still working for American Airlines. Good job. Kudos. 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 Like I told people before, America will sit up here and protect these perverted type of individuals. They'll make sure that they still got their jobs. They won't really sit up there and prosecute them. And at the end of the day, as a parent, if anything that this story should basically tell you, if you as a parent are not watching your kids, somebody else out there, better yet, another adult out there will be watching your kids, or better yet, a great many, because no telling what he was doing on that phone, no telling what he has on the iCloud or whatever it is that he has directly up there, because I promise you that this guy right here, this is not the first time of him doing this. He more than likely has a catalog of evidence that could be held against him, and that could be used against him in the court of law. I promise you that, because this is not his first time. He felt way too comfortable with trying to tell somebody's daughter who was a teenager, hey, use this bathroom. Don't pay attention to nothing. There's just red tape there because the seat is broken. It's completely fine, but still use it. What? Excuse me? Like I said, that's ridiculous. That is 1,000% ridiculous. Realistically, what should have happened is that the teen, she should have taken a picture of how the phone was. She should have also taken video far back away from it. And then she should have took that phone directly off of that toilet seat and held it up until after that flight was done, and informed her parents as well, went through that phone, and also gave that directly to authorities, because American Airlines or those flight attendants did not care about the well-being, the safety, and the privacy of that child. That has been established directly within this article. So like I said, you might want to look at it as that everybody who is a part of American Airlines is directly into these types of things.